Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then welcome. Today I'm doing another little crafting video for junk journaling. And today I'm going to try to show you how to make a junk journal using 2 paper bags. So these paper lunch bags, they're just going to be used for the cover of the junk journal. So I am kind of new at this. I learned how to make this one from Tammy from Creative Girl Vintage, and I will try to put the link down below of her video where she taught how to make this. So this is how I got started with my junk journaling adventure. I have made 4 of these so far. So let's get started. Oh, first of all, let me show you the supplies that you're going to need. You need either some scissors or some type of a cutting device. I don't know if this is going to be big enough. You need some glue. I have a glue stick. This is just some kind of a generic brand. I don't really know. It says permanent. So that's a glue stick. And then I have this other glue that I love to use. I usually use the Fabri-Tac. They were out of Fabri-Tac the last time I went to the store, and they had this 3-in-1. So I tried this. I don't see much of a difference. This one does say acid-free and waterproof, whereas this one is washable. And that's the only difference I could see in these, but they both seem to work really well. They are a little bit on the pricey side, but they do work. I also have some little ink for just distressing the pages on the edges of the paper. You may need a ruler, a needle, some thread, and I think I forgot my thread. You know what? I'm gonna have to go get my thread. I will go back and get that. You know what? Hold on just a second. Okay, there's my thread. Now you can use embroidery floss or just some kind of heavy, strong thread. This is mercerized cotton. I don't know the strength of this, but it seems to be really heavy duty. It's really thick. I probably picked this up at a yard sale. That's where I get most of my crafting supplies. So, and it seems to work really well. And then you'll need that when you do your signature pages, and I'll show you how to do that. And then you'll need an awl or something to make holes for your signature page. And you may need a pencil if you want to mark and measure. I kind of eyeball things, but sometimes it's good to measure a little bit. And then I have some pages that I'm going to use for the signature page. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to use. And also you need something to cover your journal. I don't know how I'm going to use scrapbook paper and this is thin scrapbook paper. It's not very heavy. Some of it is like it's cardstock, but this is a lighter weight. And then I have some fabric straps. So I'm not sure yet if I'm going to use the fabric or the pages here. So anyways, let's start with the paper bags. So you just need 2 ordinary lunch bags. This one I think I already glued one of them. Let's see which one. I did this last night. I did glue this one down. So what I do is, you know, it has like this little gusset. So I'm going to glue that in. You don't have to. I like to. And you know, I should have gotten a paper towel, because that's good too to wipe off the excess glue. Hopefully this isn't making a lot of noise for you. So I just like to glue this down with a glue stick. You can use the other glue too if you want. This is quicker. I'm going to glue that there, and then on the other side. So how is everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a lovely day. I know the weather has been a little crazy everywhere. In the Midwest, they had like springtime weather, and then it went back to winter. I live in Arizona, and it's very sunny and warm today. I think it might get up to 90 or close to it. Let's see, do I want to glue this down? I guess I could glue that down. It's not going to hurt. I will glue that part down. And then I'll also glue this part down. Like I said, I don't know if that's absolutely necessary, but that's what I'm going to do. There's no right or wrong in gum journaling. And then you're going to take, you want to glue this like this. So you want to take the opposite sides. Is this right? Now that I'm doing, it's like, is that right? I believe it is. Let me see. See, usually I refer to the video, and I'm not doing that today. But I think that's how I did it. And I'm just thinking if there's another way we could do this. Let me think. Sometimes, you know, as you're doing it, because what you're going to do is you're going to glue them together, you're going to fold it over, and then you're going to cut part of it off. So I'm just wondering if maybe I should just cut this part off altogether. Let me see if it'll be, see, we're learning as we go. I never thought of this before. So if I fold it like this is my guide right here. You know, I think that's gonna work. And you know what, I'm gonna do that. We're gonna try it differently. Normally what I would do is and I think this is how she did it, she glued these all together and then she folded it and then cut it. But instead of having that thick bulkiness here, I'm gonna just try to cut this off right here, and we'll see if it works. Let's try this together. If not, then you know what? We learn from our mistakes, right? So I'm just gonna use my little cutter that I have here. And this is another yard sale find. I think I got a bunch of craft supplies one day. This lady was selling tons of crafts. And I think this was like in a big box that I got for practically nothing. So you hold that down there, cut that off. And then I think, just for the heck of it, hopefully well, you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to cut that off yet. We'll cut that off later. I'm also going to cut this side off. Just to get this big thing, bulky thing out of the way. I may be making a mistake, but like I said, we'll learn together. What's the worst that could happen, right? Okay. Now, a lot of people do use their sewing machine. You're more than welcome to do that. One of these days, I'm going to get my sewing machine out and try it. Right now, I'm just going to glue these two together. And let's see, let's glue. I'm going to glue it with a seam on the inside, just because I think I'll get a better, just a better fit with that. So let's take the glue stick. Hello, how do you open a glue stick, Kathy? Oops, it's already open. That's the problem. Okay. Yeah, we'll do it like this. So I'm gonna glue this really good. I probably don't have to do the end that well because I actually am gonna cut off the end. And you'll see in just a moment. Oops. So get this nice, get the edges really well so it doesn't come up. I'm gonna have to go get my napkin so I can wipe off my working surface. I don't want to get glue all over everything. Okay, so I think this is nicely glued. And then we're going to take this, and I'm just going to do the opposite direction of what that little opening is. And let's see if we can get it down as evenly as possible. Oh, I see, I said I was going to do seam side in, and look what I did. I didn't do it on that side. But that's okay. That's okay. It still will be fine. Okay, so once it's glued in, I'm going to glue these little sides here too. These little corners. A little bit more glue in there. You could, if you wanted to, you could sew all around. You wouldn't need to do that necessarily now, but maybe after you put your cover on, your whatever you're going to use as a cover. Let's see, do we need to glue anything else? I think that's all I'm going to glue for now until I cut it to the size I want the journal. So, like I said, you can just kind of estimate or make it as, you don't have to make it this narrow. This one is 3 inches, you know, let me see. If I fold this in half, try to get it as evenly as possible. And let's flip this way instead. I don't know why, but let me get the, I'll get the seam on the inside since I kind of goofed that up. Now you can use a bone folder. This is a bone folder. And if you don't have a bone folder, you can use the back of your scissors or the handles of your scissors, which works very good. Just as nice as a bone folder. Get a nice crispy fold there. Okay, so you can make it this wide if you want your journal to be. Does that make sense? Or you could make it smaller like this one is. What should I do? Should I make it? I think I am going to cut a little bit off. I'm going to make this, because I want that part off. Some people leave this and have like a little pocket, and you absolutely can do that if you want. But I don't think I'm going to make a pocket in the front or the back. I could have left that on the inside and made it a pocket. That would have been kind of cute. But let's not do it. Let's just make things simple today. So if I cut that off at 3 inches, I think 3 inches is a good size. So I'm just going to mark 3 inches up here. See, I don't even have that folded really perfectly, but oh well, it's okay. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Now, I don't know if this cutter is going to work on this. You could use your scissors. I think I might try the scissors. Let's see. I'm not the best at cutting straight, but let's try the scissors. Oh, not too bad. And then, see, I didn't fold this very good, but that's okay. I think it'll work out. It'll work out. I'm gonna cut this with my little cutter here. Oh, I have glue at the end of this pencil. Oh. Okay, let me do this real quick. Let's see if this works. Oops, I don't see the mark. Right there. Okay, I'm gonna cut it over here. Let me see if this might be too thick for this thing. But we'll try it anyways. Oops. Slipping. Oh, didn't work too well. Well, it's just a little bit thick, but we can fix it. Everything's fixable. Okay, there we go. Yep. You turn mistakes into opportunities, right? Okay. Now I'm going to glue this just a little bit inside. Again, like I said, you don't have to because this is all going to be covered up. But I'm just going to do it just because I just feel like it. But it's not necessary. Now, the next step, you have to decide what you want to use to cover this. So that's my cover. Well, this is the cover, and then I'm going to put something over that. See, I don't think this is very even. Let's see on there. It's not completely straight, but that's okay. That's fine. I don't mind. What's perfect in life anyways? So I could use this as a book cover, or I could use some fabric. Now these, again, I got this at a yard sale. This was a curtain, like a valance, and I love the pattern, so I took it apart. So I think I might use, let me see. I think I might use this. Oops, that one's pretty under there too. But I think I'm going to use this one here as the cover, possibly. I don't know what kind of fabric that is. I don't know if it's cotton. Cotton would probably be better. This is so pretty though, isn't it? I don't know if I'm going to use that part. I only need a small amount. So I would take your little book cover here, and you probably want like an inch or so all around. I don't know if that's an inch. I just kind of eyeball everything. It's about an inch. I think an inch around is good. So where are my scissors? Let's do it this way. I know this is kind of awkward. Hopefully you can still see what I'm doing here. I'm just going to, too much fabric. Okay, so let's get this here. So we want about an inch all the way around. Just gonna snip a little piece here. Hopefully this will tear. Let's try tearing this. Okay. And then on the other side, I might even have too much fabric there. Go this way, right there, and tear that. Oops, is that gonna tear? Nah, that's not gonna tear, darn it. Okay, that side doesn't want to tear for some reason. I don't know if these will cut fabric. Let's find out. I left my good scissors in my room. That's okay, this will work. There we go. It's kind of thin, this fabric, but I think it'll work because we're going to cover the fabric too. So like this one, I used some fabric, but look how much I covered it, so you hardly even see it. And this is kind of pretty. So the next step is we're going to glue this on. And like I said, you can sew it if you want. I might have too much fabric here. Let's get rid of some of these ends here. I can fast forward through this so it's not so boring. Okay. And I believe the way she did it, I'm talking about Tammy, I don't think she glued the whole thing. You probably could. But if I remember correctly, I know she glued the ends or the corners, and then she folded it over. Okay. Let's try that. Okay, I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac glue. Let's see if it comes out. I hope I'm still in camera. Let's see. Like that. Sometimes this glue is hard. It doesn't cooperate very well. I probably could have cut more of that off, but that's okay. This is kind of a practice. Let me think. Maybe I will. I should have gotten my good scissors. Oops, sorry about that. Camera shake. Let's cut a little bit off, just a little bit. Whoops. Oh, like that. Oops, these scissors are just not good for fabric. Those are my paper scissors. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the corners first. Let's see if this glue comes out. I think she used glue stick, but I'm not sure. I don't know if the glue stick's really going to hold that well. I don't trust the glue stick for everything. So put some more here. The corners down. So we can get all. Should I do all 4 corners? I guess I could. Let's see how this works. The last, I only did one with fabric and I did the rest with paper. Okay, so that's gonna go in that corner, and then we'll glue this corner. Okay. Glue that there. And then we're gonna fold it over all the corners. So let's get some nice glue over here. Now this glue is kind of a little smelly. It's has some alcohol in it, I guess. See, this is where I should have gotten my my napkin. So I'm gonna fold both sides. It's starting to get warm in this room. And I had to turn on some more fans. I have the ceiling fan on. It's getting a little bit toasty. Make sure I can close it. Yep. And then we're gonna go on this side. I guess I should glue there too. Glue it down. And see, and after you do this, after the glue dries, you could go with your sewing machine and make a nice little stitch all the way around. And one of these days I'm going to try that. I just have to dig out my sewing machine. I don't really sew very much. I don't know how to sew that well. I think I can do a straight line. So, okay. That's sticky. I could cut that excess off, and I might just do that. And you might want to glue these a little bit better. I probably used a little bit too much fabric, but that's okay. A lot of this stuff is going to be covered up. This looks really messy, doesn't it? But I think it'll be fine. I should go get my other scissors, and then let's just try it with this. Cut some of this excess off, and this part of this is going to be covered up too. Okay, so we have that. This is our little cover. And now we have to put something on the inside. And you could use more fabric, or you could use paper. You know what? Maybe I'll try this paper. I think I will. So I'm gonna go almost to the edge. Not quite. So maybe, boy, this pencil is not very good. Let's do this side. So I'm probably gonna go up to here. And then just kind of mark it up here. We'll see how that works. Okay, this is not going to fit in my cutter, it's too big. So, well, first of all, I'm just going to cut a piece off here. And then I'm going to go cut this off. And make it so it's a little bit straighter. Hopefully I did that right. Okay, now let's see. How is this going to work? Yep, I think it's a little bit, it's a little bit big, but I think that's gonna work perfectly, actually. It wouldn't hurt maybe to cut off a little bit more on the bottom. This is how I work. This is real. This is real life. I'm gonna glue this little piece down here too. Oh, I should have gotten rid of those loose threads. Okay. Alrighty. And I'm gonna glue some of these down. I like it to be a little bit flatter. Yeah, I really want to start with my sewing machine. I would have my husband drag it out for me. Okay. Sticky fingers. Okay, so now we're going to glue this on, and I'm going to use this Fabri-Tac again. This might be kind of bumpy. I didn't, you know, I think I did something wrong. What did I do wrong? I probably should have cut some of the fabric off. Now that I'm looking at this. But you know what? We're just going to go ahead and do this because this is just, we're learning. But maybe I should have cut the excess fabric on the corner to make it flatter. That's what I should have done. I don't want to redo it, so we're just going to move along. Like I said, I will put the link to Tammy's channel, and then you can see how she did it, because I think she might have cut it off so it lays flatter. So let's get some glue on here. This glue is getting hard to come out. I don't know why. Okay, let's see if this works. This glue dries very fast, so you have to position it quickly because it really does go fast. And I'm gonna have to go get my paper towel. There's some of this glue. Let's see if it closes. It will close. Okay. Oops, we don't want to glue together though. All right, not too bad. Not too shabby. Okay. So now we have our little booklet. Now we are going to add some pages, the signature page. So I have some copy dyed paper, and this is just regular copy paper. I think it's 28 pound, I'm not sure. And I just, you could either put it like, get some old coffee. You know, you have coffee that left over, or you can make coffee. You could put it in a pan and kind of dip the paper in there. I think that's what I did with these. Or I will take a spray bottle and spray it. Everything's dry so quickly here, and I hang them up outside. The thicker paper, like the 28 pound, it doesn't rip as easy. If you use something that is thinner, it has a tendency to rip. Now, I don't worry about the edges because this is going to be cut. So the first thing I do, now this is regular 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So you're gonna fold it in half. So you're gonna get 4 pages out of this. Then you're gonna fold it in half again. Like so. And then, I would cut it here, just cut it down the middle. And I have a big paper cutter, and normally I would just use that. But for now, we'll just use the scissors. Okay, so now we've got 4 pages. And then I have another one. So this is going to make it 8 pages. Another way you could do this. Oh, I should have brought the other ruler. You can actually just tear it like this. A little bit quicker. Like that. This is going to be cut down a little bit more to fit into the book. I think I'm going to put some music sheets in there. This is from an old vintage, or maybe even antique, vintage music book. I love using book pages, music sheets. Put that like that. Oops. Let's do it in between here. And then I thought about using this, but no, I don't know if I want to use that. I think I'm just going to use these, what I have. We're not going to make it very big. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think that's perfect for this little book. And now we're going to cut these down so they'll fit in here. So kind of line them up how you want them to be. So they're all different sizes in there. Let's see. Maybe I should just cut these first. Okay, so you want it to fit in nicely here. So there and possibly right there. That's how I just use as a guide. So then you want to cut all your pages down. Do I want to do it with scissors? I'm going to go cut these with my paper cutter and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I didn't cut these all. I want to make sure this is right. I should have brought that with me. Okay, and these can be, yep, that'll work. That'll work. And if some are just a little bit different size, it's okay. They don't all have to be the same size. I'm going to try to cut this one the best I can. Okay. So I'm going to put, just kind of randomly put them in here. Okay. So, oh, that was really tall. How'd that happen? How did that happen? Let's try to tear this one. I kind of like that rip look. It'll work. Okay. So, okay, so this is going to be our signature page. Oh, I forgot some paper clips. Now I have to go back and get some paper clips. I'll be right back again. Okay, I'm coming back. All right, so the next step, this is the fun part. It's all fun. It's all fun. Let's just make sure. Okay, I got some paper clips. These are the only paper clips I could find. I wanted some plain ones, but anyways. This, you want to make sure everything is in nice. And then you want to kind of, let's see. Just so these pages don't shift around while you punch your holes. Okay, now, I use a nice thick piece of cardboard because you don't want to damage your work surface. And then I get this all, and then I'm going to punch a hole in the middle. You can measure if you want, or you can just kind of eyeball it. I'm just going to eyeball it and hope for the best. And you want this to go all the way through. And let's see if it went through, and it did. I'm going to punch that up. Okay, so there's one hole done. And we'll do another one. That right there. Some people use a template. I just kind of just go for it. Just make sure it goes all the way through. And then one more over here. I got this at a yard sale too. This all, everything's at yard sales. Okay, so now you want a needle and thread. So let's see, you don't want it too fat. You want something that's going to go through the holes. I don't know if this one's gonna work with my thread. My thread is kind of thick. Let's see. Well, let's try this one. Let's see if I can get that threaded in there. And I think you want to go 3 times. I'm going to double this up. So I would go 6 times then, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully that'll work. Oops. I think I doubled it last time. See, I already forgot. Okay, so you're going to thread your needle, if you can. So glue all over my fingers. Oh, I think I got it. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I might have got too much string. I don't know. Okay, so I have it doubled. And what you're going to do is you're going to go down, go all the way through, and leave a little bit of a tail. And just kind of hang on to the tail. And then you're going to go, oops, you're going to go up this other hole. Hopefully you can see it. So go up this hole. And then, am I doing this right? I feel like I just did something wrong. Let me think. And then you're going to go, oh yes, then you're going to go all the way across to this hole and you're going to go down on this one. So you're going to cross over to the other side. Okay, and then, see how your thread is here? This one is on this side of it. Well, you want to put your needle in, just kind of hold this down, and you want to put your needle back in here, and you want it to go on the other side of this string. And it's kind of tricky to see. So here the needle's coming up, and it's on the other side. And that is all there is to it. Isn't that easy peasy? See, you have your nice little binding there. And then, oh yeah, see, I use a lot of thread, but that's okay. Better too much than not enough, right? And then you can tie it in a bow or I tie it in a knot, a couple knots first. Make sure it's nice and, whoops, tight, and it looks good on both sides. And what did I just do? Let's do this again. Okay, so there's one, and then we'll do it again. And maybe I'm not doing my knots right, but this is how I do it, and it seems to work. Oops, there we go. So it's nice on that side. And you know, this might be covered up too when you start embellishing the outside. And you can tie this in a bow if you want, like I said, or just leave it hanging, however you want to do it. So there we go. You can cut off the excess thread if you want. So that is your little journal. Got all your little pages. And then you're going to go in and embellish it and have so much fun. And I didn't bring anything today to cover it, so that'll be the next video, is we'll embellish this and see what we can come up with. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that I hope you understand it. And as far as like a closure, you could just get a string and tie it closed. You could, make put a button there with a string. There's different options that you could do. I'm just trying to make this as simple as possible. So there you have it. You have the start of your little paper bag journal. So I'm going to stop for now, And then part 2, I'm going to do where we'll take the same journal and we'll decorate it together. We'll have some fun, I'll get some fun stuff together, and we'll embellish this. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to try to do one of these type of videos every Wednesday. I'm going to try. I also do live sales. I'm a vintage reseller, mostly vintage. I do sell some newer items too, but I have live sales on Thursday on my channel at 4 o'clock Eastern, and I also do sales on Sunday night at 9 o'clock Eastern with the Chatty Cathy, or the Chatty Kitties. There's 3 of us that rotate. Sabrina Simon Says Let's Make a Deal, and Leanne from Crafty Kitty Vintage. Leanne also does crafting videos. She does a live crafting where she just is crafting, showing you what she's doing. And I believe that's on Tuesdays. So anyways, please make a comment down below. Let me know what you would like to see in a video. Like I said, I am new, so I'm no expert, far from it. I'm learning as I go. And I just want to show you how simple it is. And this is junk journaling, so there's no mistakes. You can do it however you want to do it. If you want to make them kind of, and I like the messy. To me, I like it, the junkier, the better. That's how I like it. Some people like everything to be nice and perfect and, you know, crisp edges. It's however you want to do it, and it's okay. So have fun crafting, and until next time, I'll see you in my next video.